Thank you for coming to the first annual Natural Birth Conference here in Burlington. We are super excited. We have a ton of information, a ton of good laughs, food, drink, and just an opportunity to be together and talk about some of our favorite things. I am Melissa Schilling-Kane. I am a birth doula, childbirth educator, and a student midwife. I'm super excited to begin my midwifery journey, and today I'll be your MC. And I've also filled in as your caterer today. So I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. Frankly, I don't like getting up before the sun unless it's winter time, when it's closer to 7. We're going to get started this morning with our fearless leader, Kimberly McGinnis-Brooke. Kimberly is a certified professional midwife, licensed midwife here in the state of Wisconsin, and the owner of Inner Birth Midwifery. She's an out-of-hospital-based midwife providing both home birth and birth center deliveries. Her passion lays strongly in women's health, fertility, herbalism, and midwifery from a functional medicine standpoint. She's been involved with birth work for the past 15 years and is absolutely passionate about helping families experience for themselves the joy that comes from empowering birth experience. So I'd like to introduce my favorite woman who loves to dance very fast to slow songs. Kimberly McGinnis.
Hi, I'm so happy. Look how packed this is. Can you guys all hear me? So we're very, very, very grateful that you are all here with us today. When we set sights on this facility here and just the idea of having this conference, we didn't think that we were going to have that we were going to be sold out. So last night we found out that we had sold out all of our tickets, and so we're super pumped and excited about that. So, and this is just the beginning. We're planning on continuing this, and hopefully next year we'll have both sides of this beautiful conference room, and it'll be even bigger and better. So welcome everyone to our first annual Natural Birth Conference. We're beyond thrilled to have you all here with us today. My name is Kimberly McGinnis-Brooke, as Melissa said, and I'm a licensed certified professional midwife in birth midwifery. So my practice is currently based out of here in Burlington, and I am a home birth midwife, and I also work out of the Well-Rounded Maternity Center, and I'm in the process of opening up a freestanding birth center here in our area as well. Hopefully this fall we'll finally have our doors open. It's been a long time. So I'd like to start by telling you guys that neither myself or Dr. Tahir have ever done anything like this before. But there's always a first time for everything. And with that said, I have always been a strong believer in the idea of each one teach one. As we begin this conference, let's take a moment to ponder on our magnificence as women. We are powerful in our own right. Our bodies wise and perfectly designed. Let us not forget that we are all coated with the wisdom of our ancestors. Our mothers, our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, and so on. Today we come together to share that wisdom with one another. The letters that follow your name here today are meaningless. We all have a wealth of knowledge to share, so let our hearts and minds remain open and our egos fall away. My intention and hope for this conference is a simple one. May we all leave here wiser, more empowered, and more knowledgeable than when we arrived. We hope that this conference will inspire you so that you may bring this information that you learned here today and share it with others in your community. This is how we become wise women and wise men. In the past almost 16 years that I have been involved in birth work, I have seen many changes. As C-section rates rise to an alarming 1 in every 3 women, there has also been a simultaneous rise in women and families demanding that their wishes for a natural birth experience be respected and upheld. Albeit the latter trend has been more of an uphill battle for many. In my opinion, it's certainly time for us to take our power back as birthing women. However, it's important that we recognize a key factor in that first. To take our power back means that at some point we gave our power away. So that's really something to think about. So now I ask you this. What does it mean or look like to you to take back power over your body, your baby in your birth. What can you do as an individual, as a healthcare provider, as a mother, as a sister, aunt, to help women reconnect with their bodies and their power? To our men that are here with us today, I pose the same question to you. What are you doing to help support and encourage the women in your lives to regain their power? Your girlfriends, your wives, your mothers, and so on. Consider that here today, and when you figured it out and identified what you can do, I ask that we all take action and we live it. We have to bring it out into the world. For me personally, I teach my daughters that their voices are valued. I teach them about the magic of their bodies and how to trust their intuition. When we learn to trust that inner compass that we all possess as women, our intuition, we become stronger and less afraid to speak up for ourselves and to advocate for our wishes. When we find our power, our entire community benefits. Our children benefit, our partners benefit. With that, I will close, and once again, I'd like to graciously welcome you all to the first annual Natural Birth Conference. I hope that you all have a fantastic time here today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kim. Next, I'd like to welcome our other co-host of this event, Dr. Tahir. Dr. Tahir is a pediatrician in Kenosha, Wisconsin. He's in private practice and the owner of Family Pediatrics. He practices traditional pediatrics as well as alternative and complementary care. For example, he employs the use of vitamins, nutrition, and herbal treatments to help reduce or eliminate prescription medications. His practice style is based on mind, body, spirit approach. He supports the midwifery model of care, as well as all work midwives, doulas, and other childbirth workers do for families. Many families who choose natural childbirth options choose Dr. Tahir to be their child's pediatrician. And I have been told that Dr. Tahir is the king of the corner jokes, so thank you, Dr. Tahir.
We'll have to for sure see where Melissa gets her information from. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. And Kim, thank you for the beautiful talk. I have been a pediatrician for about 15 years. I have a private office in Kenosha. I'm kind of against the grain because most doctors, as you might know, tend to work with bigger groups and work with large hospital systems. And believe me, I've been that route also. After I finished my training a number of years ago, I've been through many different kinds of setups. I have been working with a large corporation in Kenosha for healthcare for about 5 years. It was a great experience. But I was never smart enough to really learn how to live in the corporate world, unfortunately. And I didn't like it too much. I always wanted to really have a smaller office and to practice pediatrics the way I feel we should be doing pediatrics. Later on, I worked as a hospital doctor in Illinois for a couple of years, taking care of kids that were hospitalized or in the intensive care unit. And that was quite intense. I never wanted to do that again, but I really learned a lot. I can manage everything. But that really wasn't for me. I just had a different personality. Later on, I found a doctor who was going to be moving, and I took over her office in Kenosha about 6 years ago. And it's gone through a lot of transformations. And I've been seeing patients there myself. It's a small office. It's only myself as a doctor. And I do lots and lots of fun things at the office there. So along with all of the regular pediatric care that you would expect at an office, I also provide a lot of alternative and nutritional care and complementary care. So for families who are into that, you'll feel welcome at that office. Lots of doctors you might go to and you say, I'm seeing a midwife at home birth, they'll just have a heart attack. But not me. I have to be honest with you though, that wasn't always the case. By training, I'm a doctor of osteopathic medicine. So my basis of all my training really was holistic care, holistic thought. But my mind was still pretty traditional. It wasn't too long ago that I happened to learn about midwifery and doulas and home birth, and a lot of the people here, hopefully I'm in contact with on my Facebook. I do lots of activities on my Facebook, and that's how I ended up meeting Kim also at one point. I said, so Kim, what do you do? And she's like, well, I deliver babies at home. I said, what the heck, what are you talking about? I said, like, what do you mean you deliver babies at home? She goes, yeah, we do water births, we do deliveries at home, and I was in shock for about a day and a half. And then I started reading up on midwives and doulas, and I just started feeling in love with everything that was going on. It was like a new world that opened up to me. I had no clue. I feel ashamed. For 15 years almost, I didn't know about the world of women looking for different options and home birth experiences or out-of-hospital experiences. So as I got involved with everybody, met families, I realized we really need to help raise awareness in the community for all the good work that midwives and doulas do and all of the home birth families. So I welcome you guys here today for this event, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. There's lots of resources I'll have at the table over there for learning about some of the things that you guys might like, and later on at the end of the day I'll do some talking. So for those that are interested, thank you so much.
Monitoring for deviations. We watch progress, we remain as unobtrusive as possible, but we will intervene when we need to. And we carry the necessary medication and tools to provide emergency cares. We're trained to manage birth-related emergencies, and we would not hesitate to call for help if needed. We trust the body's natural process and minimize interventions. We're passionate about maternal newborn care and health. Our goal is for the mother and baby to remain connected and stay bonded. We are conscious of the newborn's experience, and we try not to interrupt those first postpartum hours. All the postpartum...
So, the best thing you can do for an intervention-free birth is to choose a healthcare provider that supports this mission. Midwives, there are OBs that do this, and it's really good to explore with your provider if they're also aware of the connection between birth and breastfeeding. Because a lot of providers will say, yes, we absolutely support intervention-free birth, but don't know how this affects breastfeeding and how an intervention-free birth sets up success in the postpartum. So Lamaze outlines 6 practices really that protect and promote natural childbirth, or I prefer to call it physiological childbirth. That's what our bodies are made to do because of our physiology. So 1, we're going to let labor start on its own. We'll be back here in 20 minutes. 13 minutes.
So cleaning up before I come, or getting dressed up, putting on makeup as I'm knocking on the door. And I've had to explain to them that they're healing and that they need to accept the help that they knew that they would need. No one else had told them this. Their provider mentioned postpartum depression, but never told them what really happens after the baby comes. So sometimes it would take me several visits until they allowed me to actually help.
They are 2 times more likely to die in utero. Comparison with the city of Milwaukee to other countries across the globe, we rank 77. Our Black infant mortality rate is higher than Cuba, Libya, and Ukraine. I personally don't believe that our infant mortality rate is caused by the mother being irresponsible or in part just not taking care of herself. Part of it is the lack of resources and the historical oppression that has been weighing upon women of color over the years, from history until now.
You've got them with you, so a personal person that's helping you with your communication, so that's really important to do. So I stayed in Inch for the first few days of my trip. Doctors are coming, nurses are coming, the midwives are there, the school is up and running. There's 30 students in the school for this calendar year. Normally there's 15. So the program has doubled in such a short period of time, which is, again, also wonderful. The only way we make change is to keep educating, correct?
Yeah.
So, mobile clinic in...
So, before we get with the circle stuff, I want to give a big, big, big shout out to the lovely Kimberly, because she put this on, right, with Dr. Tahir. So, this is amazing. This is your first year doing it. Yeah, so this is pretty awesome. So thank you. And thank you for asking me to be a part of this.
Thank you for being here.
This is my awesome friend Jean, which you'll get to know who we are in a moment. So stay tuned. But right now we're going to do some circle stuff. So everyone to stand up. Come on guys, join us.
Ladies and gentlemen, I caught it. We want you to throw your balloons up in the air, bat them around, and find a new balloon. Wait, go! 3, 2, 1! Go find a different balloon, kick the other balloons. Mix them all up, you're not gonna get yours. You want me to read it?
Yeah, read it.
Are you sure?
Awesome, yes. Now remember, nobody knows where this post-it came from, because I am fully aware that 55 people do not want to sit in a circle and talk about their insecurities. So this is a safe way to do it. I opened today by saying, I suffer from the imposter syndrome, I'm afraid I'm going to be found out, I have huge body image issues, but I'm standing here before you, still figuring it out and asking for help. So, I can do that. Now, and I'm not even anonymous. You guys know who I am. So now this is all anonymous. Can you just pass the mic around?
Failure. Painful childbirth.
Not informed enough.
Success. Not having a choice.
A, we need to advocate for who we are. We need to stand up for ourselves. Jean was talking about that earlier. We need to say, this is the restaurant I want to go to. Yes, I want to ride home. I don't like this doctor. I don't want this medication.
I don't want that pain medication. I will ask you for the pain medication.
Once we advocate for who we are, we get to better our being. And from there, we get to cultivate our confidence.